Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Website on the bottom here is llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want that information. usgamesinc.com I've also seen a different box from Cyril, a more current one. So if that helps you, feel free to check that out. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. Websites are torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. Alright. Kitty's a little, he's here. I don't know if he's going to jump in frame, but he might. Yep, I love you too, bud. Okay. So, Scorpio seems to thrive through the pain sometimes. I don't know if this is that bad, though, ironically. And I'm wondering if that's, like, context of experience. Like, you've been through worse. You've definitely been through a lot worse. There's something you want to happen. You're watching and you're waiting, very emotionally invested in something. And it's just kind of like things are moving, but not really. How do I explain this? Like, things are moving, but it's like if there's a holiday dinner you're going to have in a couple months. And we're starting the planning. We're deciding where it's going to be. We're deciding what we're going to have. We're getting our recipes together. We're even testing them out. But it feels like that. But it's kind of like when I'm using the dinner analogy, I'm like, well, it depends. Like, if it's a really good dinner, I can see myself looking forward to that. But there's something here, like, you're looking forward to it, and it's moving, but it's not making it happen any faster, but things are moving. I think that's why I'm using, like, if there's going to be, like, a holiday dinner in a few months. It's kind of like it's going to happen at a specific time, at a specific date. It's just how it is. I want it to happen, though. I'm excited about it. Yeah. You got the Lover's card here. You're very happy about it. Very happy about what's coming forward. Very excited that things could go better. There's an opportunity coming forward that things could come better into focus. Thing is, things are not moving very fast. And it's weird because I'm seeing the Temperance card, but maybe this does fit for Temperance. It's like there's action, there's things, there's talking about it, there's planning, there's doing this, there's doing that. But it's still going to happen in its own time. It's not going to happen fast, but things keep moving forward. It's like doing a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Little conversations. I keep getting like this analogy of planning for a dinner and like testing out recipes and like getting the linens together and deciding where it's going to be, and then getting, like, for example, if it's going to be at somebody's house and we're making sure they have enough tables and chairs, and we're like lining up the people who are going to help and do this and do that, and who's going to bring what and who's going to help clean up. There's active energy going towards it, but it's kind of like that. I'm looking really forward to the actual event, which not to ruin the end, but it is going to work out great, but there seems to be some problems going forward. There's a problem around this situation. Somebody's like, this is weird. The Hermit card is usually, it's not good nor bad, just to be fair. It talks about a certain energy of introspection. I don't see it as neither good nor bad. It talks about introspection, trying to find a better way, trying to really think through things, really kind of look at what you have and trying to kind of like, where does this mostly make sense? What is the reason for this? Can go positive or negative in my opinion. But when I'm seeing self-worth here, there's something is just not on point, and I wonder if you're aware of that. Are you aware of that? Like, something is not on point with this whole situation. There might be a problem going on here that I think is going to solve itself before it becomes an issue. Ooh, the Death card, which could be the Scorpio card. And then, maybe not, because then the Two of Swords is backing it up. Somebody might be having a problem with a relationship is what I'm getting. There's a bunch of cards popping out. So this is kind of what you see on the outside. You might notice that the word cups is here. It's the Five of Cups. Not the most enjoyable card. Somebody might be going through a breakup or something. Somebody lost something and they're not talking about it. A lot of stress with it. There's a lot of stress, but I feel like they play it off like they're doing a lot better than they are. They make it look like their life is great. This might be one of those people that, like, they look great on the outside, but on the inside they're not good at all. They're not doing that well. They have a problem with somebody else. There's an issue somewhere. There's definitely an issue. And the Tower card is here? Yep, the Tower card is here. I feel like there's a lot of stress, a lot of things falling apart. That cups, the way the cups originally showed up, it's kind of like it was kind of hidden. I feel like they're not explaining or they're not sharing what's really going on. You might have like this real weird inkling that something isn't right. And you might even know who isn't doing well, but you also are having a really hard time because with the Queen of Coins, this energy is strong enough to block you if they don't want you to know something. You may know something isn't right, but you might not be able to put your finger on what exactly it is. And that energy is strong enough to block you for a time. Maybe not permanently, but for a time. There's isolation here. There's distance. The whole situation is going to be fine, is what I'm getting with the Ten of Pentacles. But there are people who are stepping back. It's like they know what's going on with this person, and they're stepping back. They might not even tell you what's going on because they're like, I don't want anything to do with that. So something's going on. But they're not trying to purposely hold things from you. It's not like they're like, oh, just don't tell Scorpio. Don't. It's not like that. It's kind of like, oh, if Scorpio finds out, they're probably going to say something. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Nope, I don't know nothing. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not getting dragged into that ridiculousness. I don't know nothing. I'm out. I'm out. I'm totally out. So it's not like they're holding it back from you and like, don't tell Scorpio. It's not like that. It's kind of like, I don't want anything to deal with. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't have anything to do with it. Deal with it. Whatever you want to call it. They're just like, no. That's a no for me. That's a I'm out. That's a I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I don't need to be a part of that. And they're feeling like when you find out, you're going to probably say something or might even address it or deal with it. And they're like, Scorpio, if you want to deal with it, when you find out about it, great. But just keep me out of it. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. It's a very weird energy. There's a little bit of stress around what's going on here. When it finally comes forward, I don't think you're going to actually say anything either. You're going to be like something. You're going to figure out after the fact what happened. It moves on. Everybody's fine. I don't see you saying anything. Is that good, bad, or indifferent? I don't think something ended. It might be like a relationship ended or something like that, or who knows. Could be a job. This feels more relationship oriented at the moment. Yeah, it's ended. It's over. What's over is over. The Death card came out again. And then the Three of Swords. I feel like whatever happened, I feel like it's kind of like, well, it is what it is. And I don't know. I see you just kind of like, well, it is what it is. I think it helps you to know that, like, the feelings you were having, you're like, okay, that's what that was. I knew something wasn't right with that person. They didn't want me to know what it was, and now that I know what it was, like, maybe they were going through a divorce, or that was the beginning of a divorce, or a relationship was ending. It feels more relationship oriented. It doesn't really feel business, but it could be, just to be fair. It's a general read. They didn't want you to know. They didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want people asking questions. They didn't want to explain anything or talk about it. They didn't say anything. They wouldn't tell people. Some people knew anyway, for whatever reason, but they didn't talk about it with you. And now that you're knowing what happened, you're like, well, it's a done deal now. So they didn't want me to know. That's fine. But maybe I should just stay out of it. And I feel like you might be kind of looking at it like, maybe I don't want to talk about it anyway. It's their business. Maybe it's better it just stays that way. Maybe I'm happier not talking about it too. So if I don't need to help them sort it out, I don't really want to. You do figure it out after the fact, but everybody's fine. I feel like everybody's fine, and whatever that was is what that was, and it's kind of like they don't want to talk about it. That's cool. I'm fine. It's almost like this reading is kind of saying you're going to feel like something is really off. You're going to kind of probably know who it's about. They're going to play it off like everything's great. No, my life is perfect. No, skipping in the rain. It's great. Woo, it's great. Sunshine, rainbows. And you're kind of looking at them like it doesn't feel like that's right. It feels like something is really wrong with them and you're concerned. I think that's where this is, because you're concerned and you're just trying to... I know it says impatience, but I feel that person's just trying to figure out, like, what is that? What is that I'm needing to get here? I feel like I'm concerned. Something isn't right here. But when you figure out, oh, that's what was going on, and they didn't want to talk about it, and now it's kind of moving on, okay, that's fine. I feel like they're just trying to validate your energy, kind of like you're connecting to something, you're sensing something, and they're saying, yeah, something's going on, but, let it sort itself out. Step back, just kind of watch. It'll work itself out. You're going to find out in the aftermath what happened. In a general way, I have a feeling. I don't think you're going to get details, but you might hear like, oh, well, they kind of went their separate ways, and it wasn't really that pretty, and it's done now. It moved on, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess so. When it's over, it's over. You might also see this, I don't know, I feel like you might be looking at this person a little bit differently after this. Because I think this might be part of it. I'm just trying to let go of it, but there's a little bit more. Maybe this person caused their own demise. And, the way they do things it's the way they do things. They might have caused their own demise. I feel like you're going to keep that to yourself too, because there's no point in it. But there's something about that. Maybe it's better to step back from this person and just let them sort out their own life. Sometimes it's like the school of hard knocks is the only lesson that works for some people. I've had my own time in that. Once in a while, it's the school of hard knocks, and then when you go through the school of hard knocks, it's kind of like, well, you learn it that way, don't you? Like most of us. I feel like once we go through the school of hard knocks, it's like, oh yeah, not going to do that again. And maybe that's what that person needed. So, hopefully that's helpful. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.